everyone, it's Kaylin here with My Fair Daily. So I decided to take a little bit of a load off today and just kind of relax, but I am really excited actually to do this segment on my blog. I saw it on someone else's YouTube channel and I just felt really inspired to do it myself, especially because I'm talking about one of my favorite makeup items of all time that I absolutely love to collect, and that would be palettes. All my palettes. Oh, these aren't all of them. These are just my large ones. So I'm going to split this up into a 3-part series of my large palettes, my medium-sized palettes, and then my small-sized palettes. And then if you guys would like to see more of like the trios or the single eyeshadows, I can also pull those out as well. But I thought I'd start with just the palettes for now, and just kind of get into that because that's going to take long enough. Let me tell you, I got a lot of palettes and I have a bit of a problem. So the first palettes that we're going to start out with are the big palettes. I don't have as many of those as I have of the other two, especially like the small ones. I have tons of small palettes. I guess I just like collecting them. But anyways, let's get started. The first one I'm going to pull out is actually, I got this as a present. This is just a general Sephora palette. I don't know if it actually has a name to it. But when you open it up, you get 12, actually 14 colors. They are okay in pigmentation. Some are better than others. I noticed. I really don't use this palette all that often. I got it for Christmas. But you know, I am really coming around to using a lot of just Sephora products. So just to swatch a couple more for you guys to see. Like I said, some of these have a lot more pigmentation than others and have a lot more wearability. But I'll have to experiment a little bit more with this palette to give you guys a whole full review of it. So moving right along, the next one in my collection is the Narsissist Palette. This by far is probably one of my most expensive palettes that I own. It's just this typical, you know, the rubberized plastic casing like all NARS products are. And then inside is just this lovely, like, the cool tone. Well, you got some warm tones up here and then some cool tones down here for just a beautiful neutral look. In this pan you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, so you get 15 shades in this pan. I really love the quality of these, and you'll see they wear just so beautifully on the skin. They come out so incredibly pigmented. So yeah, this palette's definitely worth it. I'm honestly not sure if it's still available in stores. I got this around my birthday, and I'm honest, I have no idea if this was limited edition or not. I know I had to get my hands on it because I really just fell in love with these colors. I swatched them and tried them out many times in store, so incredible quality for the price. So the next one I'm going to talk about is this Tarte Amazonian Clay Palette, and I got this off of QVC, and this comes with, it's 16 shades, and they come in like pretty big boxes. Like, I mean, I can't see me actually running out of any of these shades anytime soon. Again, let me swatch a couple on my fingers just for you guys. Incredibly buttery soft. This palette doesn't get enough love from me. I think I've only used it a couple times. I think it's beautiful, like fall, winter colors. But I think the pigmentation on some of them was a little lacking for me. But overall, it was a very good deal. Like, see, these ones are incredibly pigmented. Some of them, not so much. So here's to show you what some of them look like on my skin. But, yeah, some of these, like I said, I really love. I think I'm going to have to kind of rediscover this palette a little bit. So this next palette in my collection is a must-have. It's definitely a cult classic. It's amazing. If you are a palette collector or a beauty lover, you gotta have it. It is the LORAC Pro palette. As you can tell, mine's all like beat to hell. But inside you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 amazing colors, and then the top row is all matte and the bottom row is all shimmer. So it's like a beautiful, great range of, you know, matte and shimmer shades. They're all neutral. I believe the actual LORAC Pro 2 palette is out now. I don't have that one yet. I probably will have it at some point. But I just love these shades. They're so buttery soft, so pigmented. And every single shade doesn't matter if it's the shimmer or the matte. They wear incredibly, like, look how pigmented that is. It's just wow. So again, another palette that's just so incredible. You guys definitely have to check it out. You can find it at Ulta. I believe you can find it at Ulta.com as well. It's about as buttery soft and just about as pigmented as the LORAC Pro palette. It is the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. This palette is thebomb.com. It is so awesome. Honestly though, I've only used it a couple times. I have so many palettes, as you guys can see. But you get a wide range of beautiful neutrals and beautiful pops of color. And then this row up here is a little bit cooler, and this row down here is a little bit warmer. So you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, and then the 15th one is the Transforming Pearl shade. I just absolutely love this palette. It is just so awesome. So like right there, you can see just how incredibly buttery soft and pigmented they are. And they wear just as nicely. I really need to utilize this palette a lot more because I, always get talked into palettes watching YouTube videos, and then I use them a couple times and then they, again, make their way to the bottom of my stack. But this palette is so beautiful and awesome. If you guys are only going to own a couple palettes in your life, this one is definitely one that you gotta own. Okay, so now we're down to like my last couple, well, few honking size giant palettes that are so big and bulky they need their own drawer because I can't fit them in my normal palette drawer. So the first one is the Disney Cinderella palette, and when you take it out, well, first on the back of the packaging it shows you all the beautiful colors. So there's 20 colors in total, and then there's some great kind of neutral shades, like these couple like right over in this area, but then you have also these beautiful pops of fun colors, and it's definitely a range of shimmery shades and matte ones as well. So absolutely adorable packaging. I instantly just fell in love with this packaging. It looks like a beautiful storybook that you would read as a child, so I think it's so pretty. And then when you actually pull it out, look, awesome beautiful colors. And then you just stick it right back in there like a book when you're done. But these colors again are just really incredibly pigmented. I actually got this on the clearance rack at Sephora when I was perusing the aisles one day, and I decided I had to pick it up. But here's just a couple of the colors for you to see just how incredibly pigmented they are again as well. So then yeah, that's how they wear. So yeah, like I said, this also, because it's in that other drawer, it just doesn't get much love for me for some reason, even though I think it is so incredibly pretty. And I'm actually kind of falling back in love with it again. I really love this like seafoam green color right here. I think it's just a beautiful, nice pop of color. So we're going to talk again about another kind of a buzz in the beauty vlogger world. It was a complete total impulse buy on my part. It was like literally the last one or like second to last one left, so I snagged it right around the holidays. It is the Vice 2 palette. This is Urban Decay. So when you take it out of the packaging, it's just this like awesome, like, I don't know, like watercolor pattern on it, and then the UD, it looks like it has this jeweled kind of feature that kind of sticks out of the palette a little bit. And then to open it is this button right here, so you just press it and it pops right up. I haven't removed the sticker from the seal yet, or yeah, the sticker from the mirror yet, so bear with me. But in here comes 20 beautiful shades and a brush that I also haven't broken out yet, but I probably should because it looks like a pretty good brush. But again, these are just like a wide range of really awesome neutrals and pops of color. Like, this seems to be a trend with me. I just can't seem to get enough of them. But again, incredibly pigmented. There's certain colors I was incredibly drawn to, and that's kind of what, coaxed me to get this palette. So these are very pretty, and they wear just very shimmery and pretty on the skin. I'm sure you guys can't tell, but there seems to be a pretty decent mix of glittery slash satiny slash matte shades in here. Definitely a lot more satin glitter shades in here than there are matte ones, but still I think this palette is awesome. I'm very, very impressed with the quality of it. I mean, it's Urban Decay, so you can't really, it's really hard with Urban Decay to actually disappoint me. But yeah, again, these are just, wow, just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colors that wear just so pretty on the skin. I can't get enough of them. I'm gonna, like I said, with all these palettes, I'm gonna have to actually dig them out of my big drawer to use them once in a while. And then last but certainly not least is my Too Faced Joy to the Girls palette. And you guys have seen a tutorial using this palette, I believe, as well as I'm sure it was in a favorites post at some point. So I will link those below so you guys can check them out if you haven't already. But when you open up, and again, it's kind of like a storybook open up thing, and then over here is a bunch of different looks you can create with the palette. And then lo and behold, this is the actual palette part, and again, it has just giant pans of shadows, which I think is pretty awesome. But again, I was just really drawn to the pigmentation of this palette. I was kind of drawn by the hype as well, unfortunately, but you know, it was around the holidays. I think I went a little crazy as well after the wedding and just was a bit of a spending freak. But there are just beautiful shades right there. And again, these wear so pigmented on the skin. I just, again, really love the quality of this palette. I used it a lot actually during the winter time because I really loved all these kind of shades for winter fall looks. I guess my only complaint is the bulkiness of it. I wouldn't actually take this traveling with me or anything like that, but I think that it is just a beautiful palette overall. I think, and it actually came with a Lashgasm mascara down here too, so but I think that this would have been a great gift to give around the holidays. If you guys have this palette, you know that it's incredibly pigmented and high quality. So that is the end of my big palettes in my makeup collection. I hope you guys liked this video today. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And guys, please stick around and watch part 2 of my video series, which will be talking about all the medium palettes in my collection. I will also link below all of my social media for you guys to check out, but you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, many and much more. So I will again link all of that below so you guys can follow me on there as well. And as always, if you guys would like to see any kind of tutorials with any of those palettes, please leave me a comment below. Let me know exactly which ones that you want me to feature on My Fair Daily, and I will definitely do so. So with that, I am signing off, and I will see you guys for part 2 of this series with my medium palettes. Bye everybody.